Some messages don't come to warn you. They come to pull you deeper into something you can't escape. You came alone. Kofi's voice still echoed in Destiny's mind long after she had left the riverbank. Now, standing outside her apartment door, she couldn't move. The folder in her hand felt heavier than before. Not because of what it contained, but because of what it meant. This wasn't just about Richard anymore. This was bigger. The door creaked open. Before Destiny could even step in fully, Dorothy ran into her arms. "Mommy, you are late." Destiny dropped her bag and hugged her tightly, almost too tightly. I'm here, she whispered. Dorothy pulled back slightly, confused. "Mommy, are you okay?" Destiny forced a smile. "I'm okay, baby." But her eyes said something else. Oliver stepped out from the small kitchen area, wiping his hands with a cloth. "I made dinner," he said gently, then paused. He saw it immediately. Not fear, not panic, something deeper. "Destiny, what happened?" She didn't answer. Instead, she walked past him, placed the folder on the table, and slowly pushed it toward him. "Read." Oliver opened the folder carefully. Photographs, documents, names. The more he read, the quieter the room became. Dorothy's soft humming in the corner was the only sound left. "This isn't normal," Oliver said finally. Destiny let out a hollow laugh. "I know." She leaned against the wall, arms crossed tightly. "He's been lying about everything." A sharp vibration cut through the silence. Destiny's phone. She hesitated before picking it up. "Unknown. You should have stayed out of it." Her fingers went cold. Oliver stood up immediately. "Let me see." She handed him the phone. His expression didn't change much, but his eyes hardened. "This just got serious," he said quietly. Dorothy walked over, holding a drawing. "Mommy, look! I drew us again." Destiny turned. A small smile tried to form, but didn't quite reach her eyes. 3 figures. A little girl. A woman. A man. A family. Her chest tightened. Later that night, the apartment was quiet. Dorothy was asleep. The lights were dim. Destiny stood by the window, staring out at the city. But tonight, the lights didn't feel peaceful. They felt distant, unreachable. Oliver stood behind her. "We need to be careful," he said. Destiny nodded slowly. Then she turned to him. "For the first time, I'm not just scared." A pause. "I'm angry." Oliver didn't interrupt. And that's when something changed. Not around her. Inside her. Destiny picked up the folder again. Held it tighter. "No more running," she said quietly. Oliver met her eyes. "Then we face it together." This time, she didn't hesitate. The nursery was unusually quiet that afternoon. Children colored softly at their tables, their laughter muted, like the world itself was holding its breath. Destiny sat across from Dorothy, helping her choose colors. But her mind wasn't there. It was still at the riverbank, with Kofi, with the truth sitting heavy inside her chest. She hadn't told Oliver everything. Not yet. And the silence between them was beginning to feel louder than any argument. Dorothy looked up suddenly. "Mommy, you're not smiling today." Destiny blinked, forcing a soft smile. "I'm just tired, baby." But even she could hear it, the distance in her own voice. Oliver noticed. He always did. From across the room, he watched Destiny carefully. The way her hands paused mid-motion, the way her eyes drifted, the way she avoided looking at him for too long. Something had changed. After the children left, he approached her slowly. "Destiny, talk to me," he said gently. She hesitated. Her fingers tightened around the edge of the table. "I went to the meeting," she admitted quietly. Oliver's expression didn't change, but his attention sharpened. "And?" he asked. Destiny swallowed. "There's more to Richard than we thought." That was all she said. Not everything. Not the danger. Not the fear. Just enough. And somehow, that made it worse. They walked home together, but something felt different. Not broken, just strained, like a thread pulled too tight. Dorothy walked ahead, humming happily, swinging a small paper bag in her hand. Behind her, Destiny and Oliver walked side by side, close, but not quite connected. "You don't have to carry everything alone," Oliver said softly. Destiny nodded, but didn't respond. Because the truth was, she didn't know how to share it without risking everything. Not just herself, but him too. That evening, Destiny finally sat down alone. The apartment was quiet. Dorothy was asleep. The world outside had softened into distant city noise. She placed the folder on the table. Slowly, carefully, she opened it again. Photographs, documents, names she didn't recognize, transactions that didn't make sense. And then, one page made her freeze. A list. Surveillance notes. Her name. Dorothy's name. Her hands began to shake. This wasn't just about the past anymore. This was now. A soft knock interrupted her thoughts. Destiny quickly closed the folder. Oliver stood at the door. "I just wanted to check on you," he said gently. For a moment, she just looked at him. Really looked at him. The calm in his eyes, the honesty, the care. And suddenly, the weight of silence felt unbearable. But fear still held her back. "I'm okay," she whispered. It wasn't the truth. Oliver studied her for a moment, then nodded slowly. "Okay," he said. But his voice carried something new this time. Not doubt, not anger, just patience. As he turned to leave, Destiny's chest tightened, because she knew one thing for certain now. If she kept hiding the truth, she might not just lose her safety. She might lose him too. The next day didn't begin with words. It began with distance. At the nursery, everything looked the same. The children laughing, crayons scattered across tables, sunlight pouring gently through the windows. But between Destiny and Oliver, something had shifted. Subtle, but real. Oliver still helped the children, still smiled, still moved with that same calm patience. But he didn't look at Destiny the same way. Not avoidance, not anger, just careful. And somehow that hit more. Destiny felt it in every quiet second. Dorothy noticed before anyone said a word. She tugged lightly on Destiny's dress. "Mummy, did you and Mr. Oliver fight?" Destiny blinked, cut off guard. "No, baby," she said softly. "Then why are you both acting strange?" The innocence in her voice cut deeper than anything else. Destiny forced a small smile, brushing Dorothy's hair gently. Sometimes adults just think too much. Dorothy frowned slightly, then nodded as if trying to understand. But Destiny knew the truth. Children always feel what adults try to hide.
Later that afternoon, Destiny stepped outside for air. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Her chest tightened instantly. Unknown. "You're running out of time. He's getting closer than you think." Her fingers went cold. Closer? To her? Or to Dorothy? Panic rose in her chest, fast and sharp. She turned quickly, scanning the street, the passing faces, the parked cars. Everything looked normal. Too normal. And that made it worse. "Destiny." His voice came from behind her. She turned sharply. Oliver stood there, eyes steady, but concerned. "I saw your face change," he said quietly. "What's going on?" This time, she couldn't brush it off. Not completely. "Someone's watching," she admitted, her voice barely steady. "They've been sending messages about Richard." Oliver's jaw tightened slightly. "Then why didn't you tell me everything?" he asked. Not harsh, but direct. Destiny looked down. "I was trying to protect you." There it was. The truth, or at least part of it. Oliver exhaled slowly, running a hand through his hair. "Destiny, shutting me out doesn't protect me," he said. "It just means I can't protect you." The words landed heavily between them. That evening, the apartment felt quieter than usual. Dorothy slept peacefully, unaware of the tension surrounding her small world. Destiny stood by the window again, but this time she didn't feel alone. Oliver stood beside her. Not too close, not distant, just there. "I don't need you to tell me everything at once," he said gently. "But don't shut me out." Destiny swallowed hard. Fear still whispered in her mind, but so did something else now. Trust. Slowly, carefully, she reached for his hand. "I'm trying," she whispered. Oliver held her hand firmly. "I know," he replied. And in that quiet moment, something fragile but important began to rebuild. Not perfect, not complete, but real. Because sometimes trust doesn't return all at once. It comes back in small, brave steps.